What if one day the feeling of having a dirty secret overwhelms me? What if I crack under the strain of never being out enough? How can I be out to the woman I'm standing next to at the bus stop, the child who smiles at me in the store, the man who asked me to spare a quarter? What if I black out and I wake up alone midday in a house and I've been napping, and I find I'm married to a man, an honest man who's devoted to me, and I'm late to pick up the kids? What if all I do is sigh because it's not as late as I thought, and I race off to pick up the kids with 2 umbrellas because it's raining but it wasn't this morning, and I don't want them to catch a cold this early in the season. I imagine the joy of kissing my husband in the supermarket, and the wistful smile of the old woman who sighs quietly, "Young love." Mother insists that we come to her house for Thanksgiving because it feels so good to have a man in the house again at holidays. I can sink into the comfort of being mother, wife, sister-in-law, grandmother, not always off to the side, uncoupled in a family portrait, not strapped with the awkward title of aunt. I could live a life of gender-specific pronouns and answer truthfully about boyfriends, and mean only good friend when I say it, and leave off that desperate qualifier, really good friend. Sex would be a friendly ritual, always finite, never frightening. I could focus on respect while he fucked me, how I know he respects me, and how it really feels kind of good if you eradicate that underlying image of the empty hole longing to be filled, and try not to dwell on the satisfaction he thinks he's getting from filling it. Double income. I could keep my own name, maybe hyphenate for a liberated feel. We could have anniversary dinners in lovely spots, and he'd dash off to the waiter while I'm in the ladies' room, so they can bring out an anniversary treat before the bill, and the waitstaff will feel a warm glow. What if I find myself with a more weathered face in a park, laughing, saying, "I was so young," holding hands with a parka and Old Spice, who squeezes my hand and says, "I feel better, honey, knowing you've tried everything and still choose me." It doesn't seem so far-fetched, like being caught in crossfire and dying. It doesn't seem so far-fetched, like being caught in crossfire and dying, or slipping on oil that someone else unwittingly spilled. I could chase a rabbit through the woods for sport and find myself falling down a long dark hole which ends in the life from which I can't escape. It's the word phase. It's finally coming out but still being called gay. It's being fucked and sucked by a woman till you feel you could cry, all the while feeling in the back of your mind that no one knows what you really do. We're not waiting for a man. I'm not waiting for a man. I just hate this eerie feeling that a man's waiting for me.